Good morning, I'm Marko Szutocki at Claydon Drill. Today we will be going to drill some winter wheat here on the Claydon farm on our Claydon hybrid drill. The process will start with setting up our drill and get it ready for calibration. The calibration process of the metering unit is very important because any error in the calibration will directly translate into an error in your seed rate that you apply. The calibration process begins with inputting your seed rate into the ISO and task controller. You need to find your main farming screen, and on the top right corner of the screen you will set your required seed rate. We will be drilling 185 kilograms per hectare, and this will give you a recommended maximum forward speed. You need to press OK, and now you can start your calibration process. Okay. After setting the required seed rate in the ISOCAN terminal, find the required product on the chart. On the decal located on the side of every single hopper, you will need to find your product that you're drilling, find the seed rate that you're drilling, and you will need to adjust your metering unit to required depth. This chart is also available in your operator's book that comes with every single machine, and if you require a hard copy you need to contact your local dealer, or please visit our website and download it for free. So our table says to do 185 kilograms a hectare wheat, you need to open your metering unit up to about 35 to 40 millimeters, and the same scale is to be found on the side of your metering unit, and you will need to adjust it to match the required seed rate by turning this fork in or out. Before you adjust the metering unit, it's very important to remember that the metering unit must be free of seeds, fully empty, because if it has got seeds in it, you can easily damage it, and unfortunately it's a very expensive replacement. To adjust it, you will need to move the fork in or out. We have two settings on the Claydon hybrid drills where you can adjust your metering unit in between the large seed settings and the small seed settings. To change in between large seeds and small seeds, you need to adjust your metering unit in all the way to 0 before you can change it. And you need to turn the small red arm on the inside to lock into the shaft. The decal on the side of the metering unit demonstrates this too. Large seed settings, and the little red arm turned the opposite way around for small seeds. It is very important that you always set your metering unit depth before you fill up your hopper with product, because you want the metering unit to be empty, as discussed previously, because you don't want to damage the metering unit by adjusting it in when you have product inside. Some of the hybrid units, like the seed and fur drill, will have a shut-off plate to overcome this. But the seed-only mounted machines do not have a shut-off plate. So as soon as you put product in the hopper, you have product in your metering unit and you cannot adjust this. The same sticker is also to be found in your operator's book, where you have a step-by-step guide on how to do your calibration properly. After adjusting the metering unit depth, you will need to open the shutter plate on the bottom of the hopper to allow seed to flow into your metering unit. We now have seed in the metering unit, so the next step is to open the calibration hatch and fit the calibration tongs. The latch is secured by the secure pin, which is secured by the linch pin. Remove the linch pin and the secure pin, and the latch opens, and now you can fit your calibration tongs, which only fits one way. The calibration tongs are now fitted into the correct position, and we can now secure it with the secure pin and its linch pin. Before you can run the first calibration test or bucket test, you need to purge your metering unit, which means you need to make it turn around one whole rotation to make sure that it's full of seed all the way from top to bottom, to make sure that your first calibration is accurate. To start the calibration process, you need to press and hold the calibration button for 3 seconds. This will activate the calibration in your ISOCAN terminal as well. It has done a whole revolution. So the next step is we need to cancel the calibration process or the purging process on the screen by pressing escape, and you need to empty your calibration bucket. Before you do your first calibration or bucket test, you will need to weigh your calibration basket or bag, and you will need to tare your scales to make sure that the weight of the basket will not intervene with the weight of your sample, and your calibration will be accurate. Don't worry about if your scales turn off in the meantime whilst you do your calibration, it will still remember your weight of the basket. Now you can start the first calibration process. Again, as before, you need to press and hold the calibration switch for 3 seconds, and that will start the first bucket test. When you do your calibration, you need to allow for a decent size of sample, at least 1.5 kilograms when you do medium-sized seeds like cereals. We now have a good enough sample, so press and hold the calibration button for 3 seconds to stop the process. We now have a good enough sample in our basket, so we will now weigh the sample. Our scales show 1.51 kilograms. Now we need to input the weight. We need to choose the right measurement, grams or kilograms. We select kilograms and we input 1.51 kilograms and press OK. If we press OK again, that will show us your old kilograms per revolution calibration factor, the new one, and our error. Our error is 87.6%. We need to press OK to accept the error. We can now go and start the second calibration test. You need to keep repeating the bucket test until you go below 3%. At least we recommend 3 times, but within 3 times, if you've done it well, you should be under 1% of error. Again, place your basket under the calibration chute. Start the process by press and hold for 3 seconds. And we now can see that the metering unit has adjusted. It's flowing a lot quicker. We then press and hold again for 3 seconds. Weigh our sample. It shows 2.27 kilograms, and this is the weight we need to input into the ISOCAN terminal. Again, on the screen we select kilograms, input 2.27 1.27 kilograms. Press OK, OK again. And we can now see that the error is below 1.7%, and that is almost good enough. We can press OK to accept the error, and we will do a third run to make sure that is definitely good. The second calibration test brought us to a 1.7% error, which is already good enough to go and start our drilling. But we recommend that you always do 3 tests at least. So let's do a third run and see how we get on. Again, place your basket under the calibration chute, press and hold the calibration switch for 3 seconds. And when you have a nice heavy sample, press and hold the switch for 3 seconds again. Our calibration scales show 2.2 kilograms. Let's input that weight into our ISOCAN terminal. Again, select kilogram as before. 2.2 kilograms. Press OK again. So our error is now down to 1.5%. So we need to press OK to accept the error, to go back to all the way to the main screen, and now we're ready to go and start drilling. We recommend that even if you drill the same product the following day, you need to do a calibration test every single morning at least 3 times, just to ensure that your applied seed rate will be correct and as accurate as it's possible. We now have completed the calibration process. As you can see, it's very simple, only takes a few minutes. But if you're unsure, check your operator's manual. If you have misplaced it, please visit our website and download a free copy, or contact your local dealer who will be able to supply a replacement one for you as well. Thank you very much for watching.